Today we're going to be doing another reading on what people secretly think about you. So I've already pulled out several cards from a different decks for you guys to look more in depth on what people are secretly thinking about you. So the first pile that I've selected for you, that I've prepared for you guys, is Morning Glory. You can select based on the image here. This Morning Glory over here mentioned as affection and determination. The second pile we have here, Yellow Rose, which is for enthusiasm and friendship. And third we have here Snapdragon. Snapdragon will be for graciousness and benevolence. So you can select based on the image or the name of the flower, whichever that attracts you. So let us get started with Morning Glory first, guys. Hello everyone, this is for whoever selected this Morning Glory pile 1. So for this Morning Glory we have here affection and determination. The quote that we have here, the morning glory which blooms for a day differs not at heart from the giant pine that lives for 1,000 years. So let us see what people secretly thinks about you, whoever selected this pile. Let's put it here. So the first card we have here, you are different. We have here key on ring, key on a ring. We have here child. We have here new vision. We have here ask your father. We have here gift. We have hope. We have here psychic abilities. We have here obsession. We have here workaholic. We have here power. And for the tarot we have here for you is Ace of Swords. We have Four of Swords, and lastly we have Nine of Cups here. Okay guys, so hopefully you can see all the cards here. So let us see what people secretly thinks about you. Right away, one of the things that really screaming out very clearly with this pile, whoever selected pile 1, which is goes very well with this determination here, is about the spirits that you have, that drive, that fire that you have regarding your work, something that you are doing. This can be something that you really enjoy doing. This can be something that related to your hobby that you are very much passionate about. This can also something that which you are very much talented, that you is kind of a gift for you, that you have it. I'm seeing that you are kind of earning through the things that you are very much passionate about, and I'm seeing that people are secretly thinking or pretty much talking about it. That what I'm picking up, this could be you are pretty much invested on this, or you kind of obsess of it. for some of you, you kind of like releasing a lot of things that no longer are relevant to you, or no longer giving you any type of satisfaction, just in order for you to achieve the wish fulfillment that you want, because you are very hopeful that you can create or earn some type of blessing, some type of great reward from this blessing that you are doing this. Because with the power here, I'm saying people do conceive you as someone who's very workaholic, someone who's very much contributed in your work, like you are very much invested in your work. Yes. Other than that, people also think very much, people secretly thinks or talks a lot about the power that you have within you, because with the psychic abilities, with the gift here, and with the Four of Swords here, I'm saying that you could be someone that you are quite different here, that you would be able to, you do have some type of a power here. This power, I could see it's about a deep knowing, with a new vision here, with the Ace of Swords here. It's about just knowing things. It's about your intuition here. It's the inner voice that you have. This could be without you ask your father. I'm saying that people think, or people feel, secretly speak, that this could be something that inherited from your father's lineage, I'm saying. And people are kind of obsessive about this. People do talk a lot about the power that behold within you, that you have, that maybe some of you, whoever selected this path, you guys are not even realize the power that you have. It's kind of very, you are very gifted here. People do speak a lot about it. You are standing out from the crowd. You are very much different here. You might be going undergoing some type of a new journey here. You might have taken a new beginning in your life at the moment, which comes along. It goes very well with this Ace of Swords here. Some type of a new beginning here. With a child card, it reminds me some type of a new beginning. This can be a new beginning in terms of your physical appearance. You might have done some type of a changes in your physical appearance, or how you perceive your own self, or how do you communicate or in contact, communicate with others, or even you might even make a difference in terms of your career. I'm saying with the workaholic here, some type of a changes it's required, like you have take some time out to relax yourself. So people do secretly think this way, that you are very much gifted, and you are very obsessed about something that you are creating, something that you are very much invested in, that you are strongly invested in. And you are also, people do speaks about your psychic abilities here, that you are willing to release a lot of things here for something that you are very much hopeful for. Although things looks very much gloomy, still in the dark, is still in the process of creation here, still you are very hopeful here. People secretly thinks and talks about you, that you are very hopeful soul, that you are very determined of making things happen for yourself. I'm saying that you might have done a tremendous change with yourself here. This could be talking about your mindset, something that how you perceive, or even decision making here, with many options here, and also decision unconventional. I'm saying that you might have changed yourself from a very rigid person to a very unconventional mindset here. So people secretly speaks about that you gain some type of a power by changing yourself here. This also talks about how you present yourself. People secretly speaks about that also. People can see some type of a changes here, that right now you might be a bit very much free spirited. You might have become very much you kind of smile and able to relate or connect with people easily compared to who you used to be previously. But strongly I'm thinking about something that you are creating. It's about the creation, that people secretly thinks about, that you are a creator here, that you hold some type of a gift here, that you are creating something that which you are. I'm saying that people do see that you are very much invested in, that you are putting in a lot of your everything in, your time, your effort, your energy, your money, everything in order for you to create, for you to pursue towards your creation here. People seriously speak about it, that you are even channeling so much of your own affection, so much of your own energy here to make it happen here, that this is that's gonna bring some type of a wish fulfillment here for you, something that it's gonna make your soul dance. And people do speaks a lot about this. It's about some type of a new beginning here. Maybe this could be some type of a new realization that came in. People do speak about this realization because the Child card and the Ace of Swords reminds me a lot about this new clarity, the new realization, the new version of yourself that you have created by yourself here. Something that you might be very indecisive in the past here. So right now you are not indecisive, but you are kind of letting it loose. You are following the flow. You have changed the way how you perceived, and people seriously speak a lot about it. People secretly thinks that you have changed in a way that how you process your thought processing here have changed a lot. Especially ask your father. Maybe this could be people who are secretly speaking about you. It could be someone who's very much in your close circle. This could be your family members. This could be from your close relative from your father's side. This is something which is evolved around your father, or someone who's with your father figure here, someone that you looked up. It can be a masculine figure also, I'm saying. Or some of you people could see that you might have done some type of a big changes here, because with 1,000 lives for 1,000 years, maybe there's some type of a karmic cycle. I'm seeing with a new child here. With a child here, you might have with the Ace of Swords here, you might have done some type of a breaking of a cycle here, that you made a difference. You made a difference using your own power and a psychic abilities here. You make some type of a difference here. Maybe you might have pursued towards some type of your gift that you have given, you born with, or something that you might have make a different decision compared to what you have been conditioned with. So some type of a major changes, a transition here, and people do secretly thinks and talks about this. It's about obsession here. So the numbers that we have here, we have number 17, 13, 27, we have 3. So these are the numbers that can be date of birth, birth month, life path number, some type of a significant number here. But I'm seeing a pink color, very significant here. We have a pink color, might be the, you could be someone that like pink color, or something which is very prominent about this pink. This pink also can talks about unconditional love. People secretly thinks that you have transformed yourself into more loving person, someone who gives unconditional love without any condition. Maybe previously in the past you was having some type of a resistance of connecting with people from the place of love, maybe due to some type of a limitation. But right now I'm saying that people do secretly thinks that you have changed, and you are able to connect with people and from the place of unconditional love. Maybe it's because of the psychic abilities and the power you might have actually tapped in on that, and people secretly speaks about this. And you're being hopeful. This is the hopeful, is about the creation here. The creation, you are being very hopeful. You are not being indecisive anymore. You are decisive, and you are following the flow, and you are being hopeful here. You have that stability, the balance within you, and you know that you will make it happen here. So let us see. This is pretty much what I'm picking up from this card. But let us see, is there any other additional message for pile 1 that I can pick up that people secretly thinks about you? We have here firecracker excitement. People do find the excitement in you. This could be excitement that about your creation, the creation that you are creating, that you could be very much excited right now. You have changed to be someone, you could be flourishing right now because you are very much excited. Things are really happening about your creation, something that you are very much passionate about, something that you want to protect, and people could see the excitement, the achievement, that the things that you are creating, and people kind of talking about it in secret. And we have your ladder, climbing towards success. Yes, it's about hopeful, the success, the accomplishments that you are doing, something that you are creating by yourself with your bare hand. Here I'm saying something that you are creating, and you are climbing towards success, and people do secretly speaks about this because you're making a difference here. And we have a lily here, spiritual love. We have a flower lily here, spiritual love. Maybe you are kind of glooming here. You are changing in your physical appearance, and people do speaks about it a lot. People, that is what people secretly thinking. You are kind of working this love, that what I'm picking up is a self-love, is that there's a transition that you are doing, that you are opening up, like your heart chakra is opening, and people see that you are coming from the place of love here. Then we have a rabbit here, too much concern with sexual matter. Maybe people do think that currently your physical appearance changing. People do secretly think that you are your sensuality, or you are being more sensual right now. Maybe people could feel that you do have the sensual vibe, the sensual attraction here. We have the inner voice. Thank you, angel, for guiding me through my inner voice. Yeah, people do speak about the inner voice, the intuition that you have, that gift you have. And lastly, we have a chain here, chain of events that will affect your life. People do speak about some type of a chain event that happened in your life. Maybe it's a chain event that changed tremendously. Maybe you were totally a different person in the past, someone who follows the crowd, someone who was very much self-doubting, someone who always seek for a validation, someone who was very indecisive, someone who don't really able to create something, someone who just follow the normal norm. So right now I'm saying that you have transformed yourself, it have reflected in yourself, physical appearance here, and you are kind of confident with what you're creating, and and you're moving towards success. And people speaks all about all of this at your back here, in secret here, because right now people perceive you as someone who's stable, someone who's very decisive, someone who knows what you want, and you are going for it regardless what, with full speed here, with full determination. And you have so much of love to give, because you are giving so much of love towards the creation that you are creating, guys. So this is what I'm picking up for pile 1, the morning glory here. Whoever selected this pile, I hope this reading resonates with your situation, or I could able to give you some insight. Till then, I'll see you on my next reading, guys. Bye bye. Hi pile 2, this is for whoever selected this yellow rose, which is enthusiasm and friendship. You have came to the right pile. So for this yellow rose, the quote that we have here: a single rose can be my garden, a single friend my world. So let us see what people secretly thinks about you. So the first card we have here, relax. We have here hammer. We have here birds. We have here endurance. We have here perchance to dream. We have the sauce. We have here soulmate. We have here take chance. We have here imprisonment. We have here pathway. We have here High Priestess of Earth. We have here Confidence. And for the tarot, we have here Page of Cups. We have the Magician. And lastly, we have here Five of Cups. Oh, sorry, Six of Cups. We have Six of Cups here. So let us see what people secretly thinks about you. People are seriously thinks highly about you. Whoever that speak or talk about you, people really seriously think high about you. It's about the enthusiasm. It's about not giving up. Someone who does not give up, someone who's very resilient, someone who's very confident, someone who sees all the opportunity, all the great moments that come in your life, someone who just don't give up. People could see that you might have faced a lot of moments, a lot of issues, a lot of chaos in your life that could have impact some type of this life force, the energy that you have within you, the enthusiasm that you have within you. It could have been impacted in the past, but I'm saying that you wasn't giving up. People secretly thinks that you wasn't giving up, that you was keep on persistently you working on it, working on it. You did not give up. You took charge, and although it was repetitively happening, still you was dare enough to dream. You was willing to dream. You was enduring, and people see that you have come a very long way right now. There's so much of confidence that you have. People secretly thinks you as this magician here, someone who is a great manifester, someone who is, you have a lot of dreams, and some of it did not really happen, but you remained without fear. With this Birds card, I'm saying there could be a lot of news here. There's a lot of news that most of it, I'm saying it could be something that did not work out, a lot of failures maybe, but yet you did not give up. People secretly speaks about the strength, that confidence that you have. Very strong Leo energy, someone who does not want to give up, and a strong Mars energy. I would say Mars energy, Aries, Leo. Here I'm picking up, and people see that you take charge. You are a very good born leader here, that you are willing to take that role to lead something. You are willing to take lead of your own life here. I'm saying that people also secretly speaks about perhaps to dream. I'm saying that you are working to overcome some type of a part of you, like it could be your shadow part of you, some type of way of thinking that you could have sabotaged your own self, or you kind of like defeating the part of you, and you're coming out someone who is as a winner here, as a warrior here, that you have finally overcome it, some type of a grieving here. And people also sees you as someone who is a very loyal, someone who is willing to be there, especially through communication. You always there. You will be the first one that will communicate, will be in touch. People secretly think that you are a great companion. You always will be there for people. The people sees you as this soulmate, someone that they can rely on, someone they can depend on, someone that they can always know that you always will be there for them. You will be this high priestess of on earth, like you are the 8th angel here, that they always can depend, they can communicate, they can share with you their issues, their problem, whatever they have in the mind, that you can help. They can rely on them, on you, sorry, that you can open the gate, open the door for them, that you can bring them out of this imprisonment, because you have already done that on you, with you numerous times, that you were someone that repetitively work on yourself, but yet you still working on this to overcome a part of you. You still enduring yourself, and some of that people sees you that you are very relaxed person. What people do perceive you, that people see that maybe you might have surrounded your surrounding or your life is full of things that not very pleasure, something which is pleasant, not something that's great, yet you are still being great. Like you are kind of continue to be the best version of yourself, try to be the great version of yourself. Like you always goes towards this, the source card here, towards this new beginning, that you, there's no reduction on your enthusiasm, on your energy here. The energy, you always energetic, I'm saying energized, you always energized, you always feel very active, you want to do things, you want to do a lot of things, you want to go a lot of places in your life. There's a lot of goals, visions, hope for yourself that you want to achieve in your life. That for that, you know personally that you have to continue to work on yourself, that you have to keep on transform, you have to work on yourself. That's the reason why we have a hammer here, that I'm saying that you continuously working on yourself. You does not only stop just by working with yourself, but you are also being this this symbol, this epitome of confidence here. People do see you as this idol that people can idolize, people can ask guidance, that how you kind of convince the people around you that everyone have the wings for them to fly, for them to go towards the goal, towards the vision that they have created or they want in this life. The people sees you as some type of very much a rare person, rare unique individual here, because you stand out in a very much drastic way. Someone has this magician, there's a great manifester, that you're willing to change your reality. Although the reality does not change, you are willing to change the way how you want to create your reality here. And some way I'm seeing also people secretly thinks that some way you do have a part of you that crave for certain things in your life. With the Six of Cups here, something about your inner child here, people could see that maybe the grieving part of it, maybe things that did not happen. People do speak about it also, because with the imprisonment here, whenever you feel as though you are stuck in your mind, there's a long way, the success is not sure, you are enduring. It's about the enduring yet, like things are falling apart, but yet I'm saying that people do see that fallout that happening in your life, like things, events that failing, that did not happen, right? People do see a lot about it. But this could be the friends or the circle of people that you share, the things that are not happening for you. This birds cards a lot, because we have a lot of birds here, a lot of with a feather here. It reminds that people secretly speaks a lot and thinks you as someone who's very much freedom lover, someone who loves freedom a lot, someone who don't want to be caged, or someone who does not want to dream small, someone want to dream big, someone who want to achieve big, someone who just does not want to be caged in some way. But at the same time, you are someone who is very decisive, so you want to take a very stable decision here, someone who want to walk in a path that will promise or assure you a success here, that assure you some type of a success here. Yes, you are someone who is self-reliant. You don't really rely or depend on others, but I'm saying people who's the one who depend on you a lot. People will come towards you. You will be in this some type of a lake here, in a way that people know that whenever they come to this place, they can able to find you, they can able to connect with you, that you always will be there for them. But you someone who is kind of, you're taking care of yourself. You are someone who's self-reliant. You don't really need people. And whenever people talk to you, I'm saying that people would get this boost of life force here. People secretly speaks about this, that people like to communicate with you, people like to be around you because you share your energy, your vibes with them, your confidence with them. People could even think big in their life just being around you. People get very relaxed. This is a very beautiful, very great energy to be around, that very calm, very composed. This, whoever selected this pile, I'm seeing that you are someone who does not want to give up, someone who's very strong go-getter here, strong Aries energy, strong Leo energy. We have Sagittarius also here. I'm picking up Sagittarius, strong fire energy. So let us see, is there any other things that you guys need to know for pile 2, the yellow rose? Is there anything else that people secretly thinks about you? So we have here tulip, great passion. You have a great passion here, guys, a great passion to be successful. That what I'm picking up for whoever selected the yellow rose. I'm saying that you have a great passion to be successful in your life, to be really to be somewhere, to be at a place in your life, to be someone to look up for. You have that passion, the passion what is driving you, that's what is making you to take charge in your life, that's what is giving you that boldness to dare to dream again in your life. People secretly see things that you are a soulmate here, in a way that you cross somebody's life in order for teach them in some type of a great life-changing decision here, life-changing lessons here. Yep, we have a September here. Something September is very relevant here. September we have Virgo and Libra, I believe. Virgo and Libra. It could be you or the person that secretly thinks about you. We have skills here. Keep your life in balance. Yeah, you're a very balanced person. People secretly think that you are a very balanced person. Again, we have a Libra here, because in Libra it's kind of like a justice card. That's what reminds me that you are very balanced. You are very balanced in all aspects of your life. Like, even you have a failure, but at the same time you don't give up. You know how to balance yourself. Even though there's a lot of success, but you still very humble. You are very humble. You know, and you teach people, you guide people. You just don't be so proud. You share your success, you share your accomplishment with others. We have Holly here. Open your heart. Yes, you open people's heart. You open people's heart to dream big in their life, to be successful in their life, to work hard for what they want. That you are like their soulmate. You kind of give them some type of a boost here that they were looking for in their life that's missing. We have a fox here. Shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Yes, you have all what it takes. The resourcefulness, you know exactly, you know how to strategize, you know how to make things happen. The reason being because you repetitively works on yourself. You rebuild yourself, your life. You rebuild your reality numerous times. So people secretly thinks you as someone who is very resourceful, someone who knows, someone who's very strategized, someone who know how to play the game, how to take risk, how to take the calculative risk here. And we have an anchor here, consistent and unchangeable. Yes, someone who is very decisive, someone who's stable. They can depend on you. People can know, people aware that they can count on you, guys. So this is what I'm picking up for this yellow rose pile. I really hope this reading resonates with your situation, guys. Please let me know if you like this reading, guys. Please like, comment and subscribe to my channel if you're first time here, guys. Till then, I'll see you on my next video. Bye bye. Hi guys, this is for the pile 3, whoever selected the Snapdragon, you have came to the right pile here. So we have here graciousness and benevolence. The quotes that we have here: no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. So let us see what people secretly thinks about you. So the first card we have here, details. We have bees. We have here coffee. We have addiction here. We have a control. We have instinct here. It will cause you. We have poverty. We have success. We have trust. We have forgetting oneself. And for the tarot, we have here the Hanged Man. We have Knight of Pentacles. And lastly, we have Two of Pentacles here, guys. So let us see what people secretly thinks about you. People secretly thinks a lot about you. There's a lot of details that people secretly thinks about you. It can be that, or people could see that you are very much detail oriented person, someone who pays a lot of attention towards detail, someone who don't allow things to just pass by you. Like, you are someone who is very observant. People see that you are a very observant person, someone who's very hardworking, someone who works very hard, someone who don't give up, someone who's very hardworking here, someone who takes charge, someone who's very much strong, especially mind-wise here, someone who's strong, that people, it's very difficult to manipulate or to even convince you, because you have a very strong deep knowing here. You could be intuitive in some way. You have a deep knowing here. People also secretly speaks a lot about success here, some type of accomplishment that you have done. It can be about your studies at your workplace, even your some type of skills that you have added to yourself, or even something that you do for your hobby, something at your leisure time that you are doing, something that people see that you are taking charge, you are taking control of your situation, of your time here, something about time. But sometimes people do also speaks about forgetting oneself here. What I'm picking up, people secretly thinks that you are kind of forgetting where you came from. You are forgetting or overlooking about the people that you have connected or you have related in the past. Maybe you are someone who would have moved away from your place that you used to stay, or the place that you used to work, or people that you used to know before you get some type of a success or achievement here. People secretly thinks about that. You kind of forgetting oneself, like you're putting on a mask. I'm seeing there is some type of a ascending, like a one step leveling up happening in your life. This is, can be your financial gain, some type of education, some type of gaining one level up here. And people are seeing secretly things that you kind of like putting on a mask, and you just forgetting things that happened in the past. And people sees you as someone who's very religious. You could be very religious, very spiritual, someone who just trusts on the nature, on that the creator, on the God, that someone would be looking after you, and you are working towards that. People kind of questioning, or people do speak about it a lot. Yeah, people secretly thinks that you have some type of a controlling issue here. Yeah, controlling issue here. You could be holding some type of a position or some type of a upper hand of a situation here. You're trying to control a situation here, like you are following your instinct here. You might have taken some type of a decision here. Maybe things are falling apart, but yet you're trying to control the situation here. Yeah, people do speak about where you are coming from, about the poverty here, the thing that it meant to be. You might have transformed here. You have transformed here. People also secretly talks about the way how you make a decision, the way how you see things, how you make a decision out of your own thought processing here. People could see that you are trying to surrender right now. Maybe you could be the person who was very controlling, but right now you kind of are opening up. You're trusting the process, you're trusting the universe. You might not be a very much spiritual, religious, someone who believes on things, but right now you kind of trusting the process. That would be the reason why maybe in the past you might have some type of a block there that was costing you, it was costing your health issue. You might have some type of a health issue recently, or cause some type of a loss, material loss that happened, some type of a illness, sickness that could have came due to some type of a decision that you have taken. So right now I'm seeing that you are coming out, like you're taking off a mask here. Whoever selected this, like you're trusting your own self, you're trusting your own judgment, your own evaluation, your own assessment, how you're reviewing the situation here. And I'm seeing that you are kind of getting some type of a success here. This congratulations also talks about some type of Snapdragon here, some type of act that you have done. Yes, like things are moving very slowly for you. Whoever selected this POW, people do aware that like success is coming very slowly for you, because you kind of surrendering the situation. Maybe in the past you were out of balance here, but right now people could see that you already able to understand that you already get hold of the balancing. You able to balance things perfectly here. And I'm saying it's about patience here. With the details here, I'm saying that, okay, perhaps in the past you could be someone who was very much paying attention towards detail, but what you have done is that there was a block of you seeing the whole picture. You was having difficulties to connect all the dots here. I'm saying that people secretly thinks right now it's about your transformation, a transformation that happened to you. It's because of something that happened, there's something that caused you personally. You might have dealt or still dealing with some type of a sickness or a illness here, something that is very fated, or something that is destined for you to meant to happen in your life. It can also talks about losing some type of a money here, because we have a coffin here with a date number 8 here. It reminds me of a Scorpio energy, some type of a death, a tower moment, something that meant to end in order for a new thing to come, to give birth to something new here, something to be created here. Maybe you was in the energy of a very much controlling, you was very much obsessed. Maybe you was obsessed over success here. People secretly thinks that you was very much bragging, you was so proud, you was to a point that you was forgetting oneself, that you was very much obsessed and you was controlling the situation. You was working very hard to the point that you was forgetting to take care of your own health, of people around you, people who was helping you around you. Because we have 3 here, maybe more than 2 or 3 people, because you was more on the survival instinct here. You was fighting for your own survival here. That's what I'm picking up. And people see it that now you have transformed from forgetting oneself, you kind of taking off the mask, and you are seeing the reality, like you have been you've been presented with the reality check here. Maybe something that happened that caused you to lose some type of a money, some type of a position, some type of a career, even your own achievement here. Something came to an end here, something that you have to bury, that it happened in the past, something that you can just reminisce, but now it's about you moving ahead in your life. So you have to, I'm saying that you have make some type of a changes here. You have made the changes gracefully, with a graciousness here. It's like whatever small kindness, act of kindness that you have done in the past with the Knight of Pentacles here, it's kind of teaching you on how you to hold tight of this balance here. So I'm saying that you are kind of starting to learn on how to balance, how to surrender, how to say things differently, how to let go the control issue that you have, how not to, how for you to help others. It's all about karma, how you want to help others, how you're gonna do things and overcome your own addiction here. The addiction that you have is about controlling. So this is what people secretly speaking about you or think about you. It's about you kind of trusting the process right now. You're trusting the universe. You're letting, you're changing right now, and you kind of balancing yourself. Like you are balancing, you no more acting from the place of from the mind, but you also kind of balancing yourself by helping others, making some act of kindness. You're thinking about others, you're thinking about your surroundings, about the people that involved in your life. You no longer act from the place of survival here, survival instinct here. So let us see what else people secretly thinks about you. So we have your walnut. From hesitation to inner strength, follow your dream. Yep, you're following your dream, but right now the approach that you are taking is completely different, and that what people are seeing. You no longer hesitating or you're controlling the situation. You have identified your inner strength. You know what it takes, and you kind of surrendering to the universe here. And we have a fair woman here. You're dealing or relationship with a woman with a blonde or white hair. What with a fair woman here? Clear your vibes. Archangel Metatron, thank you Metatron for clearing my energy field. You might have cleared your energy field here, some type of things that you have let go. Yes guys, some type of a block, restraint that you have let go recently. People are secretly think in that way, that you have made some type of a major change in your life. And we have here twin flame telepathy. Your counterpart is trying to reach out. People do. Okay, let us see what about this twin flame telepathy here. We have Heather, from the needy child to empathy. Take care of your inner child here. People could see that maybe the survival instinct that you have, or you act from the place of controlling, was mostly because of your inner child. Maybe you might have hurt or something that you did not get in your inner child with the poverty here, I'm seeing. So right now I'm seeing that you are acting from the place of empathy. You are relating with others from the place of love, from the place of benevolence. You are using your power, the authority, the abundance that you have, just to help others so that you can get it in tenfold here. You kind of surrendering, you're trusting the process here. And maybe it's because of you you have already met your twin flame, some type of a telepathy, twin flame energy. That's what the changes happening with you or around you, I'm saying. We have a barrier, danger, especially in money matter. People thinks in that way, that you kind of having this problem is about your stability. Best for me, I'm saying it's about stability. People feel as though your stability is in stake right now. It's in line right now. You are kind of having some type of issue here. We have your whirlwind. Spread your inspiration with love. Yeah, people are kind of seeing that you are spreading your inspiration, your success, your life with more love right now. And lastly, we have Earth Angel here. Thank you, Angel, for inspiring me to be more like you. People kind of being very grateful, very much appreciative because you have transformed. People could see that you are kind of inspiring right now. And we have flowers here, happiness. People find you as their happiness right now because you have transformed. It's a major transfer. It's a very much a great transfer with the Snapdragon here. I'm saying this could be a very much fiery transformation here that you went through recently. But regardless what I'm saying, the people perceive you as the happiness right now because you are becoming this inspiration for them, because you are from the place of empathy, guys. So this is what I'm picking up for pile 3. I really hope this reading resonates with you. Please let me know. I will see you on my next reading, guys. Bye bye.